Hey guys and gals, Red Rocket TV here. It's been a long time since I've made a video with an actual voiceover, and even longer since I've made something that wasn't a promo trailer for one of my mods. I'm taking a short break from mod making and wanted to focus on trying to do some new things for the channel, add some new content, and one of those things I thought I'd try my hand at doing a channel update video, so here we go. I do have a couple new player home mods underway and I want to finish those. I've got a lot of other ideas lined up for future projects. But I wanted to take a short break from modding. It does tend to burn you out after a while. So in the meantime, I want to try and put some more effort into the channel, put out some new content that's still Fallout 4 related, but a bit broader in scope than the just promo trailers for my mods. I will say up front that I don't see any new Creation Kit tutorial videos on the horizon. Those take a lot of work to put together, and I have to be in the right frame of mind to do them, and to be perfectly honest, I just haven't been there in a long time. I spent, I don't know, several hundred hours in the Creation Kit over the past year cranking out player home mods, and I just don't have the motivation to spend more time making tutorial videos right now. That being said, I'd love to get into doing some more game-related how-to videos focused on getting good performance without sacrificing frame rates or how your game looks. One thing I really want to do is a video or two explaining Fallout 4's ghastly optimization system based on pre-combined meshes and previs data. I see a lot of misinformation, people that just have no idea what they're talking about. A lot of mods that break or disable pre-combines, and which is that, honestly, that's the main source of the bad performance in Fallout 4, is you make an IDI edit that disables pre-combines, you have a mod that breaks them, next thing you know, you're getting 20-25 frames in downtown Boston, and honestly, kids, it is possible to get a solid 60 FPS in Boston, right in the middle of downtown, with tons of mods active, without sacrificing your graphics quality. You just have to do things right. And I would really love to show you how to do that, because it is possible. But before all that, one thing I'd really love to try is a series or two of different Let's Play videos. I know, YouTube needs more Let's Play videos. I mean, I love watching other people's Let's Plays and live streams, but seriously, the last thing I want to do is watch you muck around in settlement building for an hour. As much as I love Fallout 4, there's a number of things that I absolutely hate about the game. Number one on my list is the ridiculous Minecraft meets The Sims settlement building system. I know lots of people like building their settlements and micromanaging their settlers, but I'm not one of them. The entire settlement system mechanic to me is the worst part of the game. It's even worse than the GIMP dialogue system, the lack of real storyline choices that have any actual consequences, and for that matter, the really lackluster main quest. I don't play Fallout games to build donut stores, plant crops, or micromanage useless settler NPCs. Nothing about settlement building has any impact on the outcome of the game whatsoever. And personally, I find the whole settlement building mechanic just gets in the way of playing the actual game. And to me, the whole thing is just really tedious and just plain boring. I see it as a way that Bethesda was able to avoid spending resources on doing any real world space development like they've done in their previous games. I mean, I could spend an entire video ranting about why I hate the settlement system so much, but I won't. That would probably be a good idea for a separate video. A few months ago, I started playing Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas again. I really needed a break from Fallout 4. I was feeling a bit of mod making burnout and thought I could get some inspiration from the older games. And man, was I right. Not having to deal with any settlement BS really made a huge difference to me. And I remembered why I love Fallout games, and it has nothing to do with making sure my settlers have enough beds, or where I'm going to plant that extra row of moot fruit. It has everything to do with exploration, discovery, interacting with NPCs that might give you a really cool quest if you hit the right spot of dialogue. If you ignore the settlement aspects of Fallout 4, I think you'd be amazed to discover there's really a good game there. Admittedly, it's not great, but there is one. You'll also be amazed just how much more fun and engaging Fallout 4 can be without the fracking settlements getting in the way of playing the actual game. So for this Let's Play series I'm thinking about, lack of a better term, I'll call it a no settlements allowed, play it old school run in survival mode. The goal would be, as much as the game allows, play along the lines of how the older games were played by pretty much ignoring settlement building and the entire settlement system. At most I'm thinking I would set up 4 settlement locations, and that would be pretty much out of necessity to have a place to trade, but have a doctor and get medical care from, because, let's face it, once you get outside Diamond City, Goodneighbor, Bunker Hill, there's really no built-up pre-existing communities for you to discover, explore, and interact with. Hell, even Girdershade in Fallout 3 has more going on in it, with just 2 inhabitants, than does 90% of the settlement locations in Fallout 4.
Sierra Petrova does the name. Good to see a new face in Girder Shade. I take it you're here to check out my Nuka-Cola collection and take the tour. I have one of the best Nuka-Cola collection in the Capital Wasteland. Heck, I've won the Nuka-Cola Fan Club Collection Award for the last 10 years in a row. Yep, I'm the president, the recording secretary, and the treasurer. Once a year, we gather here in Girder Shade to have a cook-off using Nuka-Cola and the recipe.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Still need to
The
replace
farm's
that
not
cook
much,
pot.
but it's something. Right.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
But rather than spending time in actual world space development, Bethesda expects us to build up the world space ourselves. No thanks. So having a few places set up with doctors and merchants is the only settlement system interaction that I plan on doing. I'll be using some of the player homes from my Better Homes and Bunkers mod series for bases settlement locations that I won't be building, like Oberlin Station and Starlight, for example. Now for the few settlements I do plan on doing, everything will be done off camera, and they'll be set up using either settlements I built up in the creation kit, or transfer settlement blueprints of things I've done in the past before I got bored with the whole settlement thing. And we won't be doing things by the book as far as that goes. The focus will be on actual gameplay, not micromanaging settlements. I'll have more fun playing the game, and you won't have to watch me struggle with such exciting things as trying to get wall pieces to snap together or planting crops. It's a win-win for everyone. And for bases that aren't in settlement locations, well, naturally I'll be using a whole bunch of old school style player homes. And I know some of you are going to say, just use Sim Settlements. To me, that's not a solution. Don't get me wrong, Sim Settlements is a great technical achievement and an amazing mod. But to me, it's still just as cumbersome and intrusive as the vanilla settlement system is. It just substitutes one set of unwanted annoyances for another. Again, no thanks. Now before I actually start this playthrough, I'm going to do some prologue videos, basically outlining the playstyle and rules that I'm going to be setting for myself, and talking about the mods I'll be using, and going over some of the edits that I'll be making to them. Right now I'm in the process of testing some mods I've never used before to get a feel for how they're going to make the game look and perform. I've been playing Fallout 4 since it came out in 2015, probably have 7 or 8 complete playthroughs under my belt, and I have a pretty long list of mods I've used in almost all those games. But for this new game, I want to try some different stuff. Some new weather mods, environment mods, a new ENB, kind of change things up a little bit from what I'm used to. But one of the most important things I want to do is I want to share some of the things that I do to make my game perform at more or less a solid 60 FPS across the map, even in downtown. And like I said earlier, you can do this without sacrificing the graphics quality of your game. I'm not going to say when this Let's Play series is going to start. I'm not going to make any promises or predict how frequently I'll post new episodes of it, but I do want to start it soon. I got one playthrough I'm pretty close to finishing off, and then I'll get deeper into testing more mods that I want to use for the video series. And who knows, I might even have a new mod or two of my own ready to use by then. I'd also like to try doing a Frost Let's Play series. It's been a while since I played Frost, and there's been some big changes since the last time I played, so I'd really like to give that another go. But then again, by the time I actually get ready to do that, Nogrim will probably have the next version out. And Fallout 3 and New Vegas Let's Plays are something I've also been thinking about. Been playing those games a lot lately, have them both heavily modded and running great. It just comes down to having the time to actually do them. Well, that's going to wrap up this update, rant, BS session, whatever you want to call it. Do hope you stay tuned for the new content I have planned, and encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell icon so you don't miss any notifications of new uploads. That's all for now, kids. Thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you.